Yo, what up, YouTube? What up? Yeah, ain't shit, no ain't shit. Hope y'all niggas doing good. I'm eating on some shit. You feel me? Hey, you feel me? Life just been lifing this shit. Y'all see who the fuck we watching again? Why men don't want to be men? Why men don't want to be men anymore? Bitch, what up? Huh? Just like that song. Shout out PJ New, man. Why men don't want to be men no more? I seen this shit. And I'm curious like what the fuck he mean by this. I think I know what he mean, but shit, let's check this shit out though. You feel me? Gang, let's check this shit out.
Men don't want to be men no more. And men also aren't growing up. And the reason on why this is probably not as predictable as you think. At the same time, does make a lot of sense. The reason why men don't want to be men is simply because women don't like men no more. Let me explain. The reason why women don't like men is because they've had crazy bad experiences with certain men. Like the amount of horror stories that I've heard just from my female friends about just weird doing weird things is insane. Like I've heard countless stories of guys just pulling their dick out on FaceTime and just jerking that shit off while a girl is talking to them on the phone. And they're not even dating or talking. Like it's just so much crazy shit that I just be seeing and hearing like, bro, like it really makes you like really understand what certain women have to go through. And then not to mention all the rapists, harassers, EDPers that are just roaming the streets freely, bro. And then I didn't even mention the abusers. Like, there's just a lot of weird motherfuckers that just do weird things to women, and then weird people be ruining it for the rest of us. Because truthfully and honestly, not all men are like that. Actually, majority of men aren't like that. In my opinion, at least 99
So crazy. Cause I really hope y'all not one of them niggas in the chat that like be sending random bitches like dick pics on like Instagram and shit. I really hope y'all like not one of them niggas.
0.5% of men aren't like that, but it's that 0.5% that really ruin it for the rest of us. And I know as guys, we can't really imagine that shit happening to us, but you gotta imagine, if you had those bad experiences with men that you trusted, or just men in general, it's kind of hard to like other men when you don't know if they're weird or not. Like for example, it's like if you're on the phone with an ugly fat girl, you know, a real 2 out of 10 on the scale, and out of nowhere, she just pulls out her titties. Like at first thought, you'll probably wonder, damn, why are they so saggy? But once you come to your senses, you probably gonna be traumatized. Like I know good and damn well, if I was talking to one of my friends and he just whipped his dick out and started stroking that shit, I will be traumatized. And even though this is a big problem, this isn't the only reason why women don't really like men no more. The other reason is, yo, Off-Brand has a new Halloween drop. They have 2 new hoodies and 2 new shirts, both in completely new designs. They're currently on the website right now, but they're only on there for a limited time. So go get it right now. The link to the shop is in the description and my comment section. Besides that, I love y'all and let's get back to the video. The other reason is because they like attractive men, not average men. Like I swear to God, nowadays a lot of women refuse to be with an average man, even if they're average themselves. Like for whatever reason, a lot of women don't realize that not everybody can have that 6'5" professional basketball player, or that 6'2" local trapper that has a Hellcat and probably beats women. Like there is nothing wrong with dating an average Juan who's a cool 5'7" and does construction. Don't ask me why I gave him that job. Or a 5'9" Jeremy that works a regular IT job. Like there is nothing wrong with these average guys. They have a stable living, most likely they're good people. Most importantly, you actually have a chance with them. See, what women fail to realize is when you chase these men that are very attractive or very high value, a lot of women are chasing them too. And most of the time, these men are going to want high value people too. If that high class man decides to actually mess with you, most of the time, he's gonna cheat. Like why would a man settle for average when he can have more? It might not be right, but that's just how it is. So then these women get mad that these men cheated on them, when honestly, you really never had a good chance anyways. But to them, of course, that doesn't matter. And instead of realizing the situation, they just go on to resent men even more. But instead of being self-aware and realizing that that average guy is probably for them, they keep on going for these high-class men. They keep on getting rejected, and the same thing keeps on happening. But the part that nobody talks about is what that whole cycle does to these average men. These average men are left into an area where oftentimes they can't get the woman that they actually want because that woman wants someone who's out of their league. So now these guys have to settle for women that they don't actually want, but they settle because they have no other option. It's either that or they end up lonely and they never end up finding a woman. And this process has become more and more of a problem in recent years. And a big catalyst of this is dating apps. The whole process that I just broke down is literally what happens with dating apps. Dating apps is just not fair for the average man. It's basically impossible.
I've never been on a dating app.
And when the average man can't find the woman he wants or can't find women at all, they always resort to one thing: their hand and their meat. And that's one of the main reasons on why we have such a big problem with prawn and OnlyFans nowadays. When men have nothing else to resort to, we always resort to our hand. And we do that every single goddamn time. Every week. Some people every day. Every single time they get horny. It's a huge problem in our society nowadays, but nobody actually talks about why it's a problem. This is why. That's why men buy OnlyFans. That's why people like Corinna Koff and Bad Baby make millions from this shit.
Yep. Because of lonely ass, horny ass niggas. I can't relate, but shit. Do you, gang?
Because there's a lot of lonely and pussyless average men that are roaming around looking to get a nut off. And a lot of times they resort to that. But I mean, eventually, every man does get tired of jerking off at some point. It's cool if you haven't done it in a while, but like, if you're doing it every single day, you will get desensitized to it. Once you get desensitized to it, you start resorting to other things. More hardcore porn, more crazier stuff, more OnlyFans subscriptions, hell, drugs, smoking every day, gas, drinking, other stuff that gives you little cheap thrills or just a feeling. A good feeling, better than what you're feeling regularly. And something that a lot of people don't talk about is all of this shit decreases your testosterone a lot. Like, people don't understand how much jerking off just kills your testosterone. Like, that feeling of post-nut clarity and being tired after you jerk off is just testosterone leaving your body. And if you don't know, testosterone is what makes men men. But if you don't have a lot of that, you turn feminine. You start having feminine traits, doing feminine things, being way more emotional than you should be. And naturally, some guys are just born like that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there's certain things that men should always have no matter what. And nowadays we're losing some of the things.
Overall, you should be happy to be whoever the fuck you is. Overall, you feel me? Don't let nobody tell you should feel bad because of who you are or what you like. You feel me? But that's just my advice.
And as you keep on spiraling down this deep path of loneliness, eventually you'll get to the state of where nothing really feels good anymore. You don't like jerking off no more. You rely on drugs to feel happy. At this point, your health has probably declined a little bit. You get a little chubby or maybe even fat. You don't like going outside as much anymore because, truthfully and honestly, outside is scary to you because you don't have enough testosterone. And all of that combined can turn the average man into the weird guy. And once the average man turns into that weird guy, the process starts all over again. That weird guy will go on to do weird things like harass women, abuse women, try and rape women because they can't pull them consensually, or even to one of the darkest of dark lows, resorting to minors. And I think we've all seen one example of that. If you know, you know. But I guarantee this process is a big reason on why he turned out how he is. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of men are going to go down this same path. Now, of course, I do got to say this. Not every pedo, not every abuser, not every graper goes down this path. Some people are born or turn into monsters just on their own. It's sad, but that's just how it is. But I feel like in our future, we're gonna see more and more of these weirdos. And whether you think this cycle is true or not, I'm telling you right now, we will be seeing more weirdos in the future. Now, for the conclusion on why men don't want to be men no more, if I had to summarize it to one main point, it's simply because it's really, really hard to be a man nowadays. I mean, you have to go through all the things I've listed. You have to go through extreme loneliness, not being chosen by women that you realistically should pull, being accused of being a bad person by women who haven't even met you, having to worry about actually finding a wife in this climate where, I'm gonna be real, a lot of the females aren't really it right now. It's a lot of things you have to go through as a man that just makes being a man in this generation extremely hard, especially if you're...
Hey, I'm about to say some controversial ass shit right quick. So all my niggas in the chat, hey look, y'all probably not gonna agree with me on this, and it's okay. I don't expect you to agree with me, but I expect you to hear me out. Getting cheated on as a man builds character, and I will always stand on that. And I know what you like. What the fuck? I'm not saying you have to get cheated on, or you should wish you get cheated on. But every nigga that's been cheated on, know that shit builds character, and you go through a fucking arc. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's another reason. If you know, you know. Hey, listen. Getting cheated on builds character. It builds character. It does something to you, and it makes you more. You feel me? That's all I'm gonna say. Or maybe that's just me. Yeah.
They're not attractive. And while you're beating all your problems away, you
all
don't
I'm
really
saying.
realize
It builds
that you're
character.
slowly beating your masculinity out of your body. So at the end of the day, nothing will get better. This is
Damn,
why
you
men
beating the
don't
nigga
want
out
to
your
be
body.
men. It's not just because we're lazy, it's because we're being dealt with horrendous cards. Why would you even want to try when the odds are already stacked against you? But I don't like making videos without solutions. So here's the solution. Work hard. Get a bag. Make sure
You
you're
have to get cheated
stable in
on
your
at one
life.
point
Make
in your
sure
life.
you're focusing on yourself. And eventually, women will come. And maybe it might not be the woman that should be on your standard. But I like to think about it like this. I'd rather have a good girl than a fine girl. Because a good girl will make sure I'm straight. She's a good person. But that fine girl might be trying to be a good girl for somebody else. Go get you a good girl. Because the only guy that she wants to be a good girl to is you.
I mean,
That's
that's
all you
good,
should care
though.
about. And if you can't find
But I
yourself
still
a
need
good
a
girl,
bad- I still
hey,
need
there's
a
always a
bad
Lizzo.
bitch,
But besides all that, that's pretty much it. Appreciate all y'all for
Trust
watching.
me.
Go
I
follow
done
all the
dealt with the
socials,
average
especially
bitch.
my
Trust me.
Instagram. Why do I only have 14K over there?
That shit don't
Like,
mean
I have
shit.
300,000
I'm telling you, it
subscribers.
don't.
I should at least have
You just
100,000
gotta
over
get
there on
lucky.
Instagram.
Nah,
I
that's
gotta
what
text the
I'm
host somehow, bro. Like, come on, lock in. Help me out. At King of Disguise. Link is in the description
man,
and in the
don't
comment
play,
section. Follow the rest of the socials too.
You
Sub to the
gotta
live
get
channel,
lucky,
link in my
man.
description.
Oh,
Join the
man.
Discord, link in my description.
gotta be
Also,
lucky,
go
you
cop the
see,
merch
folks.
off brand. Got a Halloween drop coming
Woo,
soon,
man,
so
the
stay
bitches,
tuned for
woo,
that. Besides that, that's pretty much it.
motherfucker.
So appreciate all y'all for watching. You know I love y'all. Thank you and goodbye.
Choosing. Phone them. But I done had my time. I done had my time though. You feel me? I'm celibate though. You feel me? I done had my time. I'm celibate though. I done had my little time. Ooh, I'm a proud celibate man. I promise you. Proud celibate. You feel me? Cause look, what my chest say, boy? Look that say. Cause I'm beyond all this shit, boy. I'm beyond all this shit, man. Phone them. Beyond all this shit. I'm beyond bitches, beyond life, beyond all this weird shit. I swear to God. I swear to God.